The Purple Line train is a railway project that is meant to connect Bethesda in Montgomery County to New Carlton in Prince George's County. It will have widespread effects on business owners, commuters, and local residents by creating a cheap and fast way to travel. The 16.2-mile line was created using public-private financing, becoming one of the first U.S. transit projects to do so. Construction began in August of 2017, but a litany of delays, lawsuits, and complaints have slowed construction progress to a halt. After years of delays, the project is continuing construction with a new contractor, Maryland Transit Solutions. The economy of the area surrounding the construction would highly benefit from the Purple Line. The line would create over 25,000 permanent jobs and raise property values in the area by approximately $12.8 billion. Small businesses would also be impacted by the construction by creating easy access to their business for consumers.
Yeah, when we talk to small businesses in other cities that got light rail lines built in Charlotte, North Carolina, and Phoenix, Arizona, they say it was a nightmare to live through the construction. They almost a lot of them said they almost went under, but if they were able to survive, it then really paid off for them.
The train line will create a cheaper, more reliable form of transportation for commuters. Factoring in the cost of parking, gas, and repairs, taking the Purple Line to work saves commuters hundreds of dollars each month.
Fortunately, I don't have to drive very often, but when I do, it takes me somewhere between 25 and 45 minutes from where I live, depending upon traffic. There is a parking garage in my building, which I believe charges $17 a day, if I'm remembering. My public transit ride, once I get on the train, is 22 minutes. It takes me about 6 minutes to drive from my home to the park and ride, and it takes me about 2 minutes to walk across the street. So it's about 30 minutes regularly on the train, and anywhere from 25 to about 45 minutes when I have had to drive. Obviously, it depends if it's raining or snowing. Those make things worse in my car.
Even with the benefits that the Purple Line would bring, there are still many concerns over several aspects of the project. Chief among these is the effect it will have on the Capitol Crescent Trail, a park trail that goes from Georgetown, D.C. to Silver Spring, Maryland that is very popular for biking and walking. The line is planned to run directly through the trail and will cut down approximately 20 acres of forest in the process. Many of the people that are living in the area are outraged by the damage to the park and have rallied together to protest the Purple Line's construction. This group, known as the Friends of the Capitol Crescent Trail, is opposed to the project due to it closing their trail for more than 5 years and possibly endangering several species of wildlife that live within the area. Besides the effect on the Capitol Crescent Trail, the project has also faced delays after lawsuits over improperly issued permits by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers that allowed the construction companies to discharge, dredge, and fill into streams and wetlands in the area. The Purple Line construction would also cause damage to over 5,100 linear feet of streams. The train is expected to take 17,000 cars off the road, which will have a widespread positive environmental impact. It also operates on electricity, which will save over 1 million gallons of gasoline over the next 20 years.
Environmental groups, some of the big major ones, they were for the Purple Line. And they said, long term, this will get more people out of their cars and it'll focus growth around transit station rather than, or transit stations rather than having this kind of sprawl development where people just build farther and farther out and then people have to drive farther and farther.
After the environmental issues, there are also safety concerns.
Over the past 7 years, 9 passengers and 7 employees have been killed on the Washington Metro Rail system, and many more have been injured.
Parents have voiced their issues about how close the train runs to several schools along the line. The train, which is planned to run at around 50 miles an hour, has led to resistance from parents that don't want to put their children in danger when they're crossing streets and the trail line on the way to school.
Despite some short-term environmental drawbacks, it is clear that the long-term benefits of the line outweigh them. Easy and cheap access to public transportation is something that these low-income areas desperately need. The construction of the Purple Line will have a long-lasting beneficial effect on these areas for years to come by taking thousands of cars off the roads and saving the residents millions of dollars.